Unskippable ads, what the hell? What the hecky? Yeah, that delay is nasty. Alright. Okay, so it was there for a sec. Alright, bet. So shit tight. Alright. I'm on some stupid 808s on this. Been addicted to this pogo thing. It'd be shorter though. G, I know it's on G. I'm most definitely gonna change the pitch of this though. Let's try. I usually do 3 up. See how I feel about it. Dun, dun, dun. These chords need to be wider. Like distorted. This is 808. Just a normal 808, but it's got like this. It's got the pogo knob turned up so it like drifts a little bit. Like really hear it when I get higher. Let's pan that a little bit. Definitely needs to open hat. Like right back here. It's too long. That makes sense. I never pissed this up. Let's see what I can do with this. I don't like this pattern. I need something to respond to the other melody. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I can work with that. I only use this drum kit for 808s, I feel like. I like that. sure. For sure. No, for sure. No, for sure. Where's that? Is that here? Alright, let's arrange this. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me make it a longer pattern, because I don't like working with too short patterns. It kind of throws me off. Snares always go above the hi-hats. 808s always at the bottom. Very simple equation. And I want to start with this. I want this 808 to be like a little bit of a transition thing. Not that early. Let's start with just these guys. This open hat isn't even a part of the beat no more. Start with this. We can hide these guys until here. And let's work with this. Hold up. Yeah, I like that. breakdown, I need the 808. I need the bass to kind of keep going. So it just kind of sounds really empty without it. Boom, 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 boom. And there's one right here as well. I'll put it right there so I can see it better. Give me my tag real quick. I've been arranging my beats just like this, like just 24 bars, and then I loop it. Like I export it just like this, and if I want to use it, I just loop it. Cause let's just be for real. No, I do have one beat that is kind of long. I'll pull that up in a second. Let me put some delay on this real quick. What key is this? B major. Let's see if I'm correct. Does that look right? No, it doesn't. I'm gonna stick with major. What am I missing? Let's try D sharp. No, okay, that's a minor chord. Oopsies. Oopsies. Okay, D minor, D sharp minor. Talk to me. Don't crash though. I get mad. Then you don't want to see me when I'm mad. Appreciate that. Appreciate that new neon. Oh, my chat is working. Hold on. The text is kind of off though. I'm gonna work on it some other day. Export this. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it sometime. Do y'all properly label your beats? Because I stopped doing that so long ago. I just come up with some random letters to put together, and then I export it just like that. I feel like nowadays, even when you put the because most beats like rappers get off of YouTube, they'll just look up the key and the tempo by themselves, so it's already like part of the process. I'm sure it helps them, but I feel like it don't really matter. All right, let me damn, my shit is all over the place. That's fine. I'll look at this one. Yo, Jaden, was good? Okay, that makes sense. That's what I used to do too. But I think And it's kind of crazy because I stopped doing it because I started making so many beats. But recently I've been making like a beat, like I'm making like 2 beats a week recently. So I don't make enough, but I still like don't name them properly. Especially because I don't send them out. I just kind of hold on to them, and if I want to use it, I'll use it, or I'll send it into just like a little Discord group chat. But I'm not really too focused on getting placements right now. This one's until Japan type shit, I feel like. Once I found out you could extract stems from like anything on FL like naturally, it turned my sampling game up like crazy. This is actually the first and like only Ozzy Osborne song I know. I remember when it dropped, everybody was talking about like how legendary he was, and I wanted to hear it because I didn't know who he was. Yeah, this song is crazy, and the Travis feature is ridiculous. But this beat actually has some structure to it because it's just following the sample. And I really like how the drums kind of fill out the background of the beat. Because without it, it's just kind of some nice person in the back. Never show. Take what you wanna go. Like that's, I just re-extract the melodies and add in some drums. Yeah, like honestly, as long as you get the idea out, it's cool. Like, when I first started making beats, all I would do is either use loops or just sample things. I would even take pre-made sample chopped loops and I just use those. Because it's not even that I was bad at making melodies. I mean, I used to be horrible, but like, it just wasn't as fun as taking a sample. Let me see. Yeah, this is another song I sampled real quick. But I gotta get, when you first start producing, I feel like, and you have no rules and no like expectations, and you just start doing whatever you want to do, it's a lot more natural than how it is when you start making beats and you get into a groove or a motion, and you just feel like when you like lock yourself into a certain sound and you just start cooking the same thing over and over and over again, and you learn the rules and then you stick to them. When you don't know the rules, you start breaking them left and right without even paying attention, and I feel like the music is a lot more organic. So I've been trying to only make something when I feel inspired, because that way I know because I know all the rules. I know how to make a good beat now, so I gotta figure out some way to break them. So if I'm not inspired to do that, it's not gonna come out right. I guess I'll have a sample this in a second. I feel like this is some like I want to say it's like Pierre, really. But I've stopped giving that's another reason I stopped posting beats, is because I stopped wanting to I stopped wanting to add like, because I don't know what type of beat this is. I wasn't like thinking of somebody in mind when I made the beat, but if it feels like Pierre, but look, okay, this is the sample. It's a BG song that I sped up and I pitched up. And I chopped up a little bit, but the way that the way the melody was sliced, it didn't really match up with how I wanted the drums to be sliced up, so I had to extract them. Then I got this. All right, let me turn if let me put this on track 13 for a second, so you can hear it. I started just putting like Reach Mars double type beats in my beat names now, because it's just like I don't ever want to classify my beat as somebody else's beat, unless it really is just straight up taking like inspiration from it. Was it on track 5? No, track 4, track 3. This some sauce I got off of TikTok. Like I literally just put, I literally got it straight off TikTok. I take the drums and I put them into a vocoder. I route it to a vocoder alongside the melody, so the drums literally sound like it's part of the melody. It kind of adds rhythm to the back of it. And so once I had that, I think it was this. Which is cool for sure. And then I think I just pitched it up again and then reversed it. And I got this. And I think I recorded myself making this beat, so I might edit and make it into a video and upload it. And then I put the drums on it. This is how you know I was locked in when I was making this beat, because I didn't even like split the drum pattern. I made this beat like just out of pure frustration. I was really upset with something that I was doing, so I decided to take my frustration out on FL and sample something. I love Destructor so much. I think all the 808s got Destructor on it. Yeah. Yeah, I love Destructor. And then the second part of the sample is the original song, I think. Yeah, it's the original song. It's not the sample. And then I just started putting stuff down to see what sounded good. Halftime, delay, shaper box. And I was really surprised with how well it worked with the rest of the beat. So, man, I gotta get back on my grind. I've been slacking lately. Listen. If you don't feel like you gotta hop on, don't hop on. You gotta like, until you like really feel like, man, I want to make something. Don't rush it. Because what'll end up happening is you'll try to force it, and then you'll potentially make something mid, and you'll just hate yourself, and then your self-esteem will get lowered. I feel like that's what happens to me, at least. But like that exact feeling is how I feel right before I hop on FL. If I make a song or if I make a beat, or even if I want to remake something, I gotta have that like that drive, that passion, that inspiration. Otherwise, I'm just doing it for nobody. If I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for nobody. I look, you need to compress this sample. It's got way too much going on, way too many. Like, it's peaking way too crazy. Especially when I try to layer it with the other one. Hey, whoa. What was that last beat I made? This one. How long I've been live for? I'm trying to do at least an hour. 34 minutes. Okay, cool. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like this, I was definitely in the mind of making an osamason type beat. But I don't know for sure if that's the kind of vibe it's given. I don't know if it's given what it's supposed to be. Like, even with my regular melodies, I've always, every time I make a melody, well, not every time, it's like I said, 50-50. Whenever I make a melody, I always feel like I gotta, what's the word? Like, resample it. Because it's really just because I'm not too confident in the melody that I made. But if I put a lot of effort into, like, if I put time into the loop itself, and I don't want to waste it, I'll just resample it into something else. And I don't know what I did to this. It's pitched up. It's got some little bit of shaper box on it. And this one is pitched up a whole octave with shaper box on it. Octaves are like a really cool way to add some body to a melody without trying too hard. All right, I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna make another beat, but I'm gonna use a loop this time because it's just easier. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Hey, 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 hey. In fact, while I'm here, let me change that. Do something different. Make it white. Yeah. Yo. You know, I forgot I had that on there. I really don't play Roblox unless my friends want me to play. And what was that game? I think it's called Death in a Box. It's kind of like Russian roulette. It's a bunch of people in like a round table, and you get a bunch of cards, and depending on what cards you get, you could like you just want to be the last one standing, and depending on what cards you get, you can shoot somebody next to you, across the table from you, and all that. I think that was the last one I played, and the last one I played before that was some Squid Game thing, like Octo Games or something, and before that it was probably some horror game. It's either with a bunch of my friends. If you know, you know, son. If you know, you know. It's only one. It's only one of the reasons you're gonna hop on Roblox as a grown man. Um, let me lock in on this. Large A. I feel like this is way too fast. Okay. But I like the pitch. Let's do Stretch Pro. See how I feel about that. That's definitely some Zay, so I need a champ. Whoa. What just happened? I could use that as some like... Doom, 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 doom. Let's stick with this nudie one for a second. See where it goes. My top 3 current underground. I haven't been listening to a lot of underground. I've been listening to a lot of Drake, really, which is kind of crazy. But if I had to go off the top of my head real quick, I go Ron Shack. Is Jay still underground? If he's underground, then he's 100% on the top 3. But I don't know if he's really underground no more. Ron Shack. I really fuck with Lunchbox. And maybe osamason. Maybe. Or Isaiah. That's just off the top of my head real quick. Or Redda. This is... Okay. Bro, Lunchbox is so crazy. He's so crazy. Like, and his formula for making the beat or making the song too is just find a crazy flow and then stick to it. It's ridiculous. And like every now and then, because he's so like, I don't want to say mysterious, but he really just drops music and then disappears for a bit and then comes back and drops more. Because he's really not doing anything other than dropping music, I tend to forget he exists sometimes. Like this morning, I saw that he dropped 3 songs a couple days ago, and I didn't even know. So I was listening to those. All three of the last albums he put out are crazy. Like, New Jazz, I think that was my album of the year in 2023. It was either that or Dom Corio's album, and then after that was Lunchtime, I think. That's also crazy, and LB Cooper's also pretty tough. But yeah, nah, it's just ridiculous. I really only stick to 2 drum kits, and that's kind of annoying. My drum kit and the 16 drum kit. I feel like I'm missing out on some sounds. Maybe I'll just stick with the normal 2-tip for a second. Like this loop. Let's clip it. Let's make it clip. I need it to clip crazy so I can feel it. If I'm not feeling the beat, I'm not. That When We Pull Up is definitely up there. Oh, my favorite one off Lunchtime is Easily Lost. That song is crazy. Those are one of those songs where I hear it and like in the first 3 seconds of the beat, I'm already knowing it's going on the playlist. Yo, what's good, Volley? Is it Volley or Volley? Volley, how you feel about Lunchbox Twin? You know what? I'm feeling really mainstream right now. I'm gonna just keep these drums so simple and then work off of it. Usually I'm always, when I'm making a beat, I'm thinking of the 808s second. I usually really think of the hi-hat first and then the 808 and then the snares and then the clap afterwards. I think I'm gonna just keep this one kind of simple and then work from that. I could do that Kyle Beat Sauce. He's the first person I saw do that. Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna work with that. Let's see what drum kits I actually got. These are all my drum kits for the past like 5 years. Pretty Fun and Osamason. I've only heard like one Pretty Fun song, and I remember listening to it and being like, okay, I understand it. But yeah, Osamason's crazy. I used to be a crazy Osama hater. I was one of those people who was calling him a Ken Carson clone. 100%. Lunchbox is definitely. I don't think he's ever gonna leave my top 3 unless he drops something horrendous. Because he's just way too consistent at this point. He's that Zay snare, I feel like. I love sstepteam. Like, I think it's crazy. Rex, there's a song, Rex and Ecstasy got a step beat song, which is crazy. Almighty J, he dropped a song on a step beat, which was crazy. But you know what? On TikTok, they got this guy like gentrifying it. sstepteam hasn't even really existed for more than a couple months, I feel like. All right, I haven't known about it for more than a couple months. And I already seen some guy on TikTok turn it into some like it's not step if the drums aren't off tempo. If the drums aren't off beat a little bit, it's not really sstepteam. Yeah, that song. Ecstasy, bro, Ecstasy. I remember when he was making BandLab vocal tutorials on YouTube. Like he was showing off BandLab presets. It's crazy. It's always cool seeing somebody you like. I know I might have talked to him like once or twice, really. But it's always cool seeing like people you were in circles with go up. Because I respectfully forgot about him for a second until that I think the song's called Miley showed up on my YouTube recommended with like 5,000 views, and I was like, when did he start making like music videos? And now that video's at like over 100,000. He's going stupid. Okay, sstepteam's been around for a minute. I'm really not tapped in. I'm not gonna lie. I think, ooh, I couldn't tell you another Ecstasy song I heard before Miley, but I definitely heard something from it. Yo, I appreciate that. My Come and Go remake. I heard the album or the EP. You know, I was everybody was a Yeet fan back in 2021. I feel like, and then once he dropped 2093, I kind of stopped listening and like tapping into what he was putting out. But I wanted to go back and listen to Dangerous Summer, I think it's called. And honestly, when I first heard the album, I was really looking for something to remake on there. When I heard Come and Go, I was like, okay, I think I could do this. And I genuinely, the day I dropped the instrumental, I had made it that morning. I think I made it in like 2 hours. Which is easily like one of the fastest remakes I've done in a while. I was just really like, I think it was right after I re-downloaded Serum too. So I was really just locked in. And I'm really debating on how many remakes I want to put out. I used to do it once a week, like one remake a week, and that's just too much for me now. My schedule has got too much going on. But I gotta tap in with Friends. He's too far. Look, I'm gonna definitely tap into him. It's a lot of stuff I gotta tap into, really. Because I did not know sstepteam's been around for that long. But that's how it is with a lot of underground genres. Like, you'll hear something and be like, I've never heard this before, just to find out it's been around for months. And when I was really in, I like to say my prime, but like 2 years ago, definitely 2023, when I was really locked in on YouTube and producing and all that, I was really tapped into a lot of the new ways. Like, I remember when New Jazz first came around and all that. And then seeing that get gentrified as well by Venny, which I fuck with Venny. I knew Venny for a minute too. And then he cut out what's that beat called that went crazy on TikTok, like Sour Skittles or something like that. Which is hard, but it really took how people interpreted new jazz and turned it into something else. But I really hope STEPteam doesn't blow up in the same way, to where it's like you said, it's way too quantized and it's not even step anymore. I hate to be that like stereotypical, you know, it was cool before it was mainstream guy, but it just has to stay true to the genre. I'm not feeling this, but I'm also not feeling it. It's whatever. No. What other beats I got? Or maybe I can look for a remake. Like, these are all the remakes I made this year. Come and Go, Parlay, Who After Me. I'm gonna put that out probably next week. Probably. What beat is this? New Jazz got watered down, 100%. 100%. And Amir really had something with that. Like, and I don't even know if I would classify the beats he makes now as new jazz. It's really just Amir's own kind of thing. Oh, that's the beat I made on stream the last time I was streaming. Oh, this just inspired me. I want to make some like Pierce it like right now. Just look through Xenology, I think, for a pad. Oh, how long I've been going for? It's almost an hour. I really want to stream at least once a week, an hour a week. I feel like that's not too crazy. I feel like that's not impossible, but I've been making it impossible the past couple days. But I'm trying to get to 10K. I was supposed to hit 10K like 2 years ago, and then I quit. So I got to lock back in. And we're like, we might hit 9,000 next week, which is crazy. And I remember every time I hit another 1,000 milestone, I would always drop some type of sound kit, and I don't have a sound kit this time. I don't think. Maybe. What's my top 3 anime? Ooh, I don't watch a lot of anime. Like, obviously when I was growing up, I watched Naruto and Dragon Ball. But those don't really like mean nothing too much. Like, those don't really mean too much to me aside from nostalgia, because my brother put it on to me. But personally, my favorite anime is Soul Eater. And then it's probably JJK. And then Chainsaw Man, just off the fact that that's like one of the few animes I actually watched back to back. The only animes I've seen back to back are Soul Eater, Chainsaw Man, and JJK. So those are the really. I was caught up on 7 Deadly Sins at some point, but I dropped it for, niggas know why I dropped that. But like every time I get recommended some anime, like Attack on Titan, that first episode is crazy, but I never kept up with it. And Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Sakamoto Days, and Dan, and Fire Force. Like those are all like animes were cool, but I just never kept up with them after like the first couple episodes. So yeah, Soul Eater, JJK, and Chainsaw Man. But really, it's really just Soul Eater and JJK, and then probably Dragon Ball, just off the strength of how iconic it is. I look, you think Dangerous Summer is best EP of the year? Honestly, um, underground wise, I couldn't even tell you like what albums came out like recently because I just have been listening to way too much mainstream music for like the first time in a while, which I think is good for me. Um, but when you say EP of the year, do you mean like project of the year period, or are there other EPs that I'm not stepped into? Like I'm looking through my Spotify playlist right now. Well, how you feel about that Can Can album, that Can Can EP, before FEB? Because underground wise, album of the year for me, if this was this year, is 100% without question. For Soldiers Only by DevStacks. That album is damn near perfect in my eyes. He went 13 of 15 on that album. Whoa, hold on. I gotta ask, because I'm now looking at my playlist, how y'all feel about Black Boy Max. Because I really like his album too. Is Black Boy Max underground? I don't know if he's mainstream. Oh no, that Rex EP. That's crazy too. I heard somebody refer to LB Cooper as an EP as well. Head turn, pop up, hurt my head hurt. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Drake and Sabrina Carpenter and Party Next Door. I sound like your professor. How old is your professor, Zanny? Kankan was mid, his voice don't hit the same. I'm. It's interesting. I feel like Kankan is one of those artists that like I really shouldn't like his music. He's really not doing anything on the beats. He's really just mumbling nonsense, but it just works for me. And I think what it really is nostalgia, hearing his voice again. Feel vibe. I just turned 22 like 9 days ago, and I was gonna stream on my birthday, but I didn't get the chance to. Um, Max, okay, Max does have a lot of monthly listeners, but it's because of that one song with Skepta, and he works with a lot of mainstream. So yeah, I'm gonna call him underground. Um, Appreciate that, man. Dragon Ball Super. I was thinking about what's that one that came out where they're like chibi, they're like kid versions themselves. I tried watching that, and again, I just like it was cool. Like a lot of animes that I just don't watch are cool. They're good, but I just don't keep up with them. What do you mean project? Yeah. I think right. Yeah. Project of the year for me right now is 100% that DevStacks album, and then what else was there that I looked at? Rest in Base isn't too bad. How do you rank your albums? Because I feel like when I rate my albums, I rate it off of the like the hits and misses off the album. So like off the top of my head, I know that um um Music by Cardi has 30 tracks on it, and there's only like 15 songs on that album that I like. So really I'd rate it a 5 out of 10, but those 15 on it that are really good are super good, so I'd probably bump it up to a 7 or something. That's really how I rate my albums now. I take how many songs I like. and put them over the amount of songs. TDF Ken Carson and shit. Is Ken underground though? I don't know if Ken's underground anymore, Twin. I think he stopped being underground once Jennifer's Body really hit. That's not bad. Like rating him off a vibe, but honestly, rating it doesn't really matter. But I had some people asking me how I'd rate the albums, and I had to stick with some type of consistent thing. Yeah, Ken ain't been underground for a minute. Okay, that's cool. I like that. But I don't know if I like that as like a backing. Oh, okay, I got you. You're just listening what dropped this year. That Ken album, I'm gonna keep it a beat. I used to be a huge Ken fan in 2021 and 2022, but I really do not like his new sound. I'm gonna be honest. Sydney Sweeney's crazy. That song's crazy. Overseas isn't bad either, but that like bubbly butterfly type of beat, that was crazy. I miss Happy Ken. He's so like angry now and evil. That's not my vibe. I'm working on it, so I'm working on the beats. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me yap a little bit. You know, I think more albums need to have beat switches and transitions between songs. More albums need to feel like albums and not just mixtapes. I feel like. I'll keep this simple. What's this? What's this? What is this chord? This pad is too paddy. I really need better plugins. I really only use Synology. Like what's that plugin called? Like Arturia? I remember when Kim was using those cute ass emojis in the Teen X projects, bro. And that was like, yeah, 2021, which is right after Cardi dropped Whole Lotta Red, which was when he was doing the same thing, like talking weird on Twitter stuff. And it's so cool and kind. Him as a person, I feel like he's really cool, but his sound, I just cannot. It's just not my speed anymore. Maybe I'm just getting old. Cause like what he said, like Zanny said, I sound 35. Maybe I'm just 35. Maybe I'm just not built for it no more. Then again, I liked Rest and Bass. I liked a couple songs off that. So maybe I'm not too far gone. I'm not liking this at all, I'm not gonna lie. Let me work on some pads first, and then I'll work that thing into there. What pads does Tyrell have? Tyrell's a really like sharp sound and synthy plugin, so I don't know how I feel. And I only have the demo of Zebra. because I stopped cracking plugins. Alright, I'll do that. Why is it so quiet? And I was thinking Pierre, but I feel like this pad is kind of redda. Shut up, seems. Only bankrupt on TikTok. So like, once I get the idea for a beat, I'm putting whatchamacallit? I'm putting hi-hats down instead of another melody. But like, I remember when I first started making beats too, like that's what I'm talking about, where I feel like you lock yourself into a pattern. When I first started making beats, it was I had to do the melody, and then I had to put the snare, and then I had to put the hi-hat, and then I had to put the 808. All right, before I get too ahead of myself, let me bounce this. I miss Tubby Ken. I miss Footskaball Jersey Ken. I really miss 2021, 2022 underground. It was really flooded. Maybe it was just the time of like the time period of my life I was in. I feel like 2020, early 2022, like Two Alive, Never Meant to Be by Isaiah. Oh, what else was early 2022? I don't remember off the top of my head, but like I just remember those times. And Jadon, you brought up TDF earlier. TDF is another one of those people where his sound was unique to him, and for a hot minute it just got so oversaturated and watered down to the point where it was even like it locally made me want to stop listening to his sound because of how much other people were using it, which is a damn shame. Tana is signed to YVL. I did not know that. I feel like that's interesting because I think that's the right move. Well, it could be the right move if handled properly. You don't want a Safego situation where, you know, he obviously has the potential, he even has the fan base, and then you say you're going to put him on a mainstream stage and then you do absolutely nothing with him. You know? I was never really a BK fan, I'm going to keep it a bean, so I can't really speak on that, but I think Tana's at the point now where he's very clearly ready to go mainstream, sound-wise, and even like fan base wise. So it just needs to be handled properly. You know, you don't want to lock him behind a YVL tape, you know, and that's the only time niggas will hear his music, like So Fago. Like I was listening to some old Fago and like really being like just straight up impressed with his sound. And just being ashamed how, like, where he is now. I'm gonna copy a drum pattern I use on another beat because I like it. The Icky. Oh. The top 3 underground to this day. That's not a bad take. That's not a bad take. The last Tana song I heard was 18. Boy, that song, I had that song on repeat for like a cool 3 days straight. It was the only song I listened to. And that album, that was another album early 2022. Oh, Gaultier, I think that's what it was called. With Gonna Be Okay, Hell Yeah, Hell Nah. I think, what's that song called? Like Fear No Man. I think that was also on that project. I don't fear no man. Needs to be stretched. How do I stretch things? Yeah. I don't know how that's pronounced. I think it's pronounced Gaultier, not Gaultier, because it's like Cartier. I wouldn't know though. This 100% needs some vocal on it. Let's look through here, see what we got. My fault.
Okay.
My fault.
Move me. Yeah.
I wonder if I have any cymatics, anything. No. Good Lord. My fault. I was just trying to think about how it would sound on the beat. I wasn't really trying to be nothing too crazy, you feel me? Okay. 135. I'm gonna assume that means 12. Alright, 153. That is not 153, 135. Crazy. I don't even know. I don't know this working just to see if it even sounds right. And this is G sharp minor. This is D minor, I believe. Let's see. See if I'm correct. I am. So to get from G sharp to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This. It even matches the thing. All right. Let me put my vocal preset on it. And auto tune, of course, just drown it. As a matter of fact. Oh, you have it dry. Let me get it dry. Other. And I could even. It's a G, D minor. And then one of these. Even one of these. Where's it at? How do I? I kind of like that as the starting chord. Okay. 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 This is it. Hey Mars, I see you in my comment, big bro. Archive. I'm gonna assume you were remaking something. And if you were, then good shit to him. I remember like back in the day, like, and it's still kind of the case now, a lot of like beat remakers will be really like prestigious about how accurate they are in their remakes. And I think that's very weird because we're not even making our own beats, we're making other people's beats. You know what I'm saying? And I even had people take my FLPs and put them on their own Patreons and like act like it was their own. Like, what are we really doing right now? How are you stealing something that's already copied? You know? So I think, I mean, although I have seen, I recently did see somebody just take my whole FLP and then make their own remake video with it, which I thought was ridiculous. But I mean, what am I gonna do about it? You know? But I feel like every time, because I look up remakes too, just to see how something was made. And when I look it up and I see somebody else do it, I think it's cool. I gotta show love. You know? But I'm even seeing people on TikTok. I saw somebody on TikTok take one of my remakes and post it on there, and it's very interesting. Producers are very interesting. Part of the reason I disappeared for so long, I just stopped talking to people, man. I just stopped rocking with how people were making music and putting it out. I want this to be something different. Make unique. I think I'm gonna use more of a bass on this than an 808 maybe. I think Glum has a Reese. Yeah, I love watching remakes too. Like, it's inspiring. And for a minute, especially when I started seeing people take my remakes, I was really like, what am I even doing this for? Like, why am I mad at somebody else taking my stuff when I'm remaking somebody else's? But I've been seeing a lot of people tell me that the remakes inspired them, and that inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing. Because every producer on the planet has remade somebody else's beat at some point and looked up presets and how it was done, just so they can hear what their favorite beat sounded like extracted. So that's kind of why I keep doing it. And it's also a way for me to practice my sound designing and flex it a little bit. Matter of fact, let me see if I can make something for this beat real quick. I'll make the bass myself because I was looking for a bass. I'll just make it myself. Yeah, I like that. I like how the bass came out. I need an ARP. Need an ARP that I can put shaper box on. I used to be a shaper box demon. Anytime I made a melody, I just throw shaper box on it. It's just such a cool way to turn something simple into something not simple. Shout out Long Boy. I definitely want to halftime this though. This needs to be an accent, something in the background. Or even, ooh, I could try that. Let's see how I feel about that. I don't like that. I immediately don't like that. how repetitive that is. I want a soundscape. I'm like sleeping on soundscapes. It's a really nice way to add texture to a beat or a melody, or at least a good soundscape. I feel like Hive. I feel like Hive has really good soundscapes, but I don't have Hive anymore. At least not right now. I wish that was in keto. I could probably put auto-tune on it, but it's not that big of a deal. Cool. Let me do that real quick. Maybe I'll just pitch it, make it easier on myself. I need this. Sound like some Terraria. And I was just watching the Terraria remake too. Alright, let's hear this melody on its own for a second. Make unique, pitch it down an octave. Because I'm lazy and don't want to think of another pattern. Hey. What key is this? It's D minor? Alright, bet. Give me 2 seconds. La da da no 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 Alright, bet. Hey. Hey. I was wondering, I feel like something was missing. You know, I might even consider bouncing out this melody and resampling it another day. Alright, let me get a kick. 60. for real. I started out making music by rapping. I can show you one of my songs right before I get off, right after I'm done with this beat. If I feel like it, if I remember. Alright. D. Doom. That's what's missing. Why is it so quiet? I need something to answer the 808, so I'm gonna move this a little over. If I cared enough, I'd put another chord right here. But I don't think I care enough. What's good, Marlo? How you feeling? How you been? My brother Elliot. Let me get rid of this flute. I'm not feeling that. Definitely tap into that. I was listening to a whole lot of Redda this morning, which is a crazy album to listen to first thing in the morning. But I was looking at my 2020 playlist, and I was listening to that. Like, I was listening to Punk Monk and Not Playing. Those two came up, and I was like, I forgot how good this album was. I haven't heard it in a minute. Alright, I don't know if I want to even arrange this. Let's see. Really quickly. That's crazy. That's a crazy alarm clock. Pop out would wake me up easily. I wouldn't even have to. You know what I'm saying? I'd never miss an alarm if I had pop out as my alarm. 4:30 in the morning, you can't love yourself listening to pop out, you know, that early. Your brain's not built for that. You know what I'm saying? Evolution didn't take into account listening to Playboy Cardi. All right, let's see what remake I got going on real quick before I get off stream. No way. When your ears, like, you might have tinnitus. I think that's what it's called. Surely your ears ring like throughout the day. Punk Monk was easily my favorite off of Whole Lotta Red for a cool second. Whole Lotta Red is one of those albums where you get a favorite song, a new favorite song every day. At this phone, I'm still stuck on that default iPhone alarm. It gives me PTSD every time I hear it. I was listening to a Pop Out remake the other day too. That is one of the most ridiculous beats I've ever heard in my life. Like, what possesses you to start making a melody like that? And then hearing a story about how that song was recorded the day the album dropped, that's not even a surprise to me. No, yeah. Like, at all. Um, I have a confession before I get off that this recent Tyler the Creator album is the only Tyler the Creator project that I like. I feel like, especially, I think what happened was back when he was making those like really edgelord songs, like on Wolf, my homeboy tried putting me onto it, and I was like, this is some of the worst music I've ever heard in my life. And ever since that, I've had a bad taste in my mouth from Tyler. Like, there's something off of Igor that I like, and there's probably something off of Flower Boy I like, and there's something off of Call Me If You Get Lost and Chromacopia. Like, the fact that I even know those album names, because I was listening to them every time it would drop. Somebody would be like, oh, you gotta listen to Tyler, and I was like, and then I listen to Tyler, and then I hate it. But this recent album is so crazy. So I want to put this remake out. That was recorded in 2023 when Cardi was in the caves in France. What? Then what story am I thinking of? Swamp Izzle himself said that one song was recorded like the day of the album, the day it came out. Or it was an AI video that I saw on Twitter. Listen, apparently I sound 35, so I think I really am just too old to understand it. You know what I'm saying? I probably got scammed by AI. Tyler 2 I can't listen to him. I'm not even mad at that take. I'm not even mad at that. I used to be me, really. I've realized that like a song can be good and I just don't like it because it doesn't mean anything to me. You know? Like, is why I really couldn't get to Tyler. I really only listened to this album because I was bored. And I heard it, and Ring 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 sounded like some Michael Jackson song. So I was like, wow, this is really cool. They saying Double M touch Mars, that's why he quit. Okay. Yo, are you in the server? Hold on. This can't be like. There's no way two different people said that today. Remember back in 22 when I made every Whole Lotta Red song. I just got your Yeet remix on my front. Yo, you are the second person today to say that exact sentence, which is ridiculous. Back in 22 when I used to remake every Whole Lotta Red song. Yeah, everybody was making Whole Lotta Red. Playboy Cardi is one of the most like remakeable artists, I feel like. But man, I remember trying to remake every single Up to Me song in 2022, and I almost remade every Two Alive song. Um, but I kind of don't want to just remake. Like I could, a lot of people like the Yeet remakes and want the Yeet remakes. I could sit here and try to remake that whole EP if I wanted to, but like, somebody did every song. You know what I did? I did that for T-Lot 4. I do remember that. Now that you say it, I do remember that actually. I do remember that. That's crazy. Niggas don't know about Apollyon. Facts? I think, let me see if I have facts in here. Sala. I gotta go through like my old files because that was way back when. What is business on these wanna act kids of me? My little Apollyon. Oh yeah. See what this sounds like. I haven't heard this in I don't know how long. I'm gonna just play it. You know what this? Oh, you know what this has? This has expand. Hold on, before I even do that, I already know I need xenology. I need to get some strings. But I think the next remake I'm gonna do is After Me. I was holding on to that for a minute because I didn't like how the main Plex sounded, and I think I'm kind of just over trying to make my remakes like 100% accurate. Like if it's 90%, it'll be cool, and then somebody else can take it and make it more accurate. All right, let's hear it. Okay. There's some like pad I think that's like way in the back of the song. That is. See, I feel like if I really sat down and spent like, if I was like Aiden Kenway and I found a song that I wanted to remake and I sat down and I just tried to remake that for like a month straight, I'd be able to remake every song in the planet. But I don't want to do that. Like by like there's no way Aiden Kenway still listens to like what did he remake? He remade Like Me. There's no way he listens to that song and enjoys it anymore. When he did research on the plugins and the mixing techniques and all that, there's no way you can still enjoy the music after that. Pluck. Extract sense, for example. Man, if I had this back in 2022, I would have genuinely been unstoppable. I sometimes I'll go back to my old remakes and I'll even be like, how did I hear that? And what made me decide to like attempt it? Like that's something I think I could remake, but the amount of time I would have to spend to sit down and like look through different phaser presets and like all the different parameters for that would just be too much for a song that people like. But if that's gonna be top 5 Yeet, I can't. Yeet is one of those artists that has way too many good songs. I couldn't give you a top 5 and have it be consistent. Like it would just be. It would change. Yeah, I'm finna hop off stream now. How long has it been? A little bit over an hour now. That's cool. This was a good stream, I feel like. I like being able to just hop on and y'all will join. I want to be able to just keep doing this and stay consistent with it. I think it'll definitely like lessen the workload. I don't want to have to worry about too many remakes if I can start streaming more. Let me find something interesting to play real quick. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Where's the open recent? Am I tweaking? They don't have an open recent thing anymore. What is this? Yeah, show something for you. Oh yeah, a song. Top 5 E songs. Money So Big, 24 songs pop out. Telescope X. So like, you know, Marlo, every time I read something from you, I gotta like do a coin flip in my mind if it's something serious or not. Because I was genuinely like, he got a song called 24 songs. I know I haven't listened to him in a while, but jeez. Come on. Which song do I like? Oh, I like this song. This song's stupid. My top 5 E off the top of my head real quick though. Oh. Can't Die. 100%. Stay the Same. Swervin' off of 4L. Money Twerk. And probably that other song off of to me. I don't remember what it's called. So wait, so hold on. Don't take anything you ever say personally, like seriously. What about the pop out alarm thing? Don't tell, you know what I'm saying? Because I really believe you did that. The Aura Edit song. Listen, every each song can be turned into an Aura Edit if you slow it down.
Just lost my ear to her ex, I gotta kill that nigga. She sent me pictures of her chest, I'm tryna fill on it. I'm starting to think about who is next. We got a different picture, we got a different image. She got problems, I'm sick of fixing. Yeah, that trigger itching. I gotta let you go. Not tryna throw a fit, just bought me some new clothes. She said that I won't fit. There's only one real way to know. You hurt me, I'm on trip. That's just how life it go.
That song's called Her Toes. You're actually being for real? See, I believe that. I really believe that. That's crazy. Like, I wouldn't even play that song right now, like, even as a joke. Like, that song genuinely hurts. I feel like if I play that to, like, my parents, they might genuinely think, like, my phone's glitching.
Sometimes I just love being fly. I walk inside Walmart, my favorite film. Hey, have one first, start losing her mind. I keep my eyes open for someone to hit on. For someone to hit on. Yeah. We been struggling for too long. Yeah.
Wait, no. I have the sstepteam song. Let me find it. I put my mom on to pop out. How'd she feel about it? I gotta know. At least I think this is sstepteam. Just make sure it's the right thing. February this year. Yeah. Yeah, it is sstepteam. Ivy's. Yeah. Yeah.
Took 2 different pills. I don't need you feel. I'm just tryna live. I just wanna feel. It's it's respect. It's
He
respect.
surprisingly likes it.
It's a different swag. Put a different dad, better pay your dad. So you talking soon? Better watch your head. So are you coming soon? Are you coming through? Please don't kill me. I can see it, I can see it, I can see it through. Yeah, I can see right through. Yeah, I know you ain't the move. Yeah, I know you ain't the move. Different swags, pop the bottle, keep the tags, huh? I don't buy the fast, keep the trash where it came from. If I come here last, I ain't tripping. At least I had fun. Niggas getting mad over sad shit, sad, bro. Took two different pills. Which one do you feel? I just wanna feel. It's respect.
How do I even rap on this? This is definitely 100% one of those times where I was just like in that mode, like really inspired, and then looked up a step team beat and rapped on it. I think the key to rapping on step team though is because the beat is so unorthodox, you have to hit a very basic flow. So two different pills. Which one do you feel? Like that's not a crazy flow. Step team, step team. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine like starting a beat like this. Like it's cool. Maybe I'll try that one day. Maybe I'll try to make a step team beat and I'll record it. But like that's just way too much for me. I think it's a really cool art though. It's like abstract. He surprisingly likes pop out. That's insane. I couldn't do it. Okay. I think. Why did it go to this drive? Why would you do that? All right, this is the most recent song I made, and then I'm gonna hop off. Next stream step team beat. You will hear some of the worst music you've ever heard if I try to do it on stream and I sit here. I'll be stuck here for an hour trying to figure that out. But I'll definitely try it. But next stream could definitely be like next week, and I'll probably forget about that. But I'll try to make a step team beat and I'll see what I can do with it. I'll probably upload it.
And I doubt you doing this on purpose, but you ain't doing me service. When you keep spending my time without purpose, we can talk without cursing. Over time, y'all learn things. Over time, y'all learn things. And I spend time thinking of right lines. Hey, I gotta be in the right mind to say, give me a timeline. Just wait before you say goodbye. Okay. I put too much energy into us to see us burn like this. Everyone knows I treat you well, so I ain't ready now to wish you out. Swear I felt you like a fairy tale. Sometimes I ain't the one that's doing things on purpose, just trying to get below the surface. There's no service when you hide your emotions. It's like I'm speaking in cursive. I said something, you say you heard it. It's no service when you hide your emotions. When you hide your thoughts. When you hide your wants. When you hide.
W stream. I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm gonna stream again, but I want it to be recent. At least next week, at most within the next 2 weeks. And next remake is probably gonna be after me. By KK.
You doing this on purpose, but you ain't doing me service. When you keep spending my time without purpose, we can talk without cursing. Over time, y'all learn things. Over time, y'all learn things. from, babe, please don't start. Left him at home, yeah, the keys to start. Got a couple clones tryna steal my art. Got a couple clones tryna steal my, yeah. Soul on my cross, keep my faith with me. I can hear all of them talking, it's not phasing me. It's not phasing me. Baby, just tell me what you want, and don't play with me. I got ice all on my cross, keep my faith with me. I can hear all of them talking, it's not phasing me. It's not phasing me.